The Chinese government has warned the United States of America and Japan for accusing China or for calling China a threat to world peace and security. They accuse China of supporting Russia, and they have doubled down on their attack on China, that China should stop supporting Russia. This is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third, this is not the fourth that the United States and their allies are actually calling out China. Now, China states that they are not going to be deterred, or they are not going to be actually taken down by accusations, and that they stand firm, very firm with Russia in the fight in Ukraine, and that China is also going to increase its military spending and nuclear spending, and that the US cannot and will not be able to stop them. I want you to watch this video.
China has hit back at the United States and Japan on its accusations of maritime threats and provocative behavior in the South and East China Seas. Beijing even warned the two against creating what it called imaginary enemies. China's remarks followed a joint statement issued by Washington and Tokyo, criticizing its military drills with Russia and expansion of its nuclear arsenal. Spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, Lin Jian, slammed Washington for calling Beijing a global and regional threat. He said China's nuclear capabilities are at the minimum level required for national security and do not pose a threat to any country.
The Japan-US joint statements show a disregard to the facts, distorted the truth, maliciously attacked China's foreign policy, blatantly interfered in China's internal affairs. They maliciously attacked and discredited China on maritime issues and made irresponsible remarks on China's normal military development and national defense policy. China is strongly dissatisfied with the exaggeration of China's threat and the malicious speculation of regional tensions. China has always been a builder of world peace, a contributor to global development, and a defender of the international order.
The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken convened the U.S.-Japan Security Consultative Committee in Tokyo on Sunday. He reiterated the importance of the U.S.-Japan alliance as a cornerstone of peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region. Japan, meanwhile, vowed to reinforce its own defense capabilities by increasing its defense budget, enhancing its close coordination with the United States, and creation of the Japan Self-Defense Forces Joint Operations Command. The United States also announced a major overhaul of its military command inside Japan. The two countries labeled China, quote, greatest strategic challenge facing the Indo-Pacific region. After the so-called 2+2 talks, the U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced, quote, the United States will upgrade the U.S. forces Japan to a joint force headquarters with expanded missions and operational responsibilities. This will be the most significant change to U.S. forces Japan has seen since its creation and one of the strongest improvements in our military ties with Japan in 70 years. The United States and Japan agreed to establish a joint command for its forces by March of 2025 to counter Chinese threats and the quote-unquote evolving security environment. The statement issued by the two allies criticized Beijing's foreign policy that they said was aimed at reshaping the international order for its own benefit at the expense of others. It labeled China as the greatest strategic challenge in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. Japan provides a base for the United States, hosting 54,000 American troops, several fighter jets, and Washington's only forward-deployed aircraft carrier strike group. Austin said that the new command structure will be headed by a three-star general who will reinforce extended deterrence against China, Russia, as well as North Korea.